For my introduction, since this is an orientation class for those who have just passed their exams, or they are resitting this paper of SBR. So I am Tashwita Gupta, tutor for SBR and FR in ACCA. And today's session is just for your motivation, that how can you guys buck up with your syllabus in the remaining days. So if you say that today it's 18th of April, right? And your exam would be conducted roughly around 10th of June, if I'm right. So 18th of April till 10th of June. So for the first few, you can say minutes of this meeting, we are going to discuss that how you guys can manage your time, first of all. Secondly, there are people who have, already done the syllabus once, because you guys started consistently from the very beginning of my batches. Others are yet to start with the syllabus preparation. They have just decided they are giving SBR. Or there are also people who, who had been with me since start, since the beginning of the batch, but due to some other reasons, or procrastination, you guys have not started with your studies with that level of preparation. So your planner was shared on the group with the premium students. Now I'm going to plan out something for the people who've joined us for the first time, right? So let us see what all important contents are there in SBR, and how will you be covering them within the given time frame. So the first important area of your syllabus is group accounts, right? And under this group accounts, today I'm going to discuss one topic. Since I have done the basic group accounts with you guys, it was also uploaded on YouTube. So we've done the basic group accounts. So today I'll be talking about the acquisition accounting in the live session, and we'll be doing the impairment of goodwill, acquisition accounting and impairment of goodwill. Very important areas. And this acquisition accounting can also be tested as your current issue. I'll tell you how. So we'll be covering these two areas today in the live session. But if I talk from the perspective of your timetable, group account should be there first, because this is the most important area in SBR. So I should be covering this one as soon as possible. So group accounts, if you say I start from today itself, okay, from 18th of April, I'm starting from group accounts. So in group accounts, you have basic group accounts, which you've done in in FR already, right? That what is statement of financial position, what is group statement of P&L, what are the 5 working notes which we prepare to, you know, frame a group statement of financial position. Then how do we make the adjustments in statement of P&L? What are intra-group transactions? This is what is covered in basic group accounts, and also about the associates, right? So you will start with this area first. If you are new to this subject, if you are a beginner, so you have to start from this area first, because now this is of utmost importance for the June attempt, right? Then moving ahead, you have some more content added to group accounts. That is the complex area of group accounts. This complex area includes, number one, change in group structure. Change in group structure. So this change in group structure is basically dealing with various scenarios. So if I discuss those scenarios with you, for example, A company bought 51% shares of B company. A company bought 51% shares of B company. That means A is the parent and B is the subsidiary. But then the twist is that now B company is the subsidiary, and A company now sold off 30% of its shares in B. 30% shareholding was sold. So this is, you can say, a step disposal. You did dispose of your subsidiary, but you still have 21% of shareholding in B. So A disposed of 30%, 21% is still remaining. So this situation, this scenario is termed as step disposal. Step disposal. moving from control to no control situation. Because when you had 51% shareholding, A had 51% shareholding, that was the control scenario. But since I moved from 51% to 21%, I moved from control to no control situation. So there are many such scenarios in change in group structure. I just gave you one example. There are step acquisitions, there are step disposals, control to no control, from no control to control in acquisition, from control to control also. Let's say you had 71% shareholding in B and you disposed of 20%, you still have 51%. So moving from control to control. So how to deal with such situations is what is given in change in group structure in your complex area of consolidation, which was never there in FR, right? So that is what we have to cover. As soon as we start with the syllabus, quickly cover the basic accounts and then move to the complex area. I'll give you the exact dates by which you should be done with this. Then you have another chapter of group accounts that deals in foreign exchange. So I guess one of our premium students was doing this today. She asked a question, I think Baresa. So that's good that you are on this chapter now, because this is really again very important. In this attempt, you guys can find a question from foreign exchange, or you can find a question from group statement of cash flows. That's my you can say take on it, but you cannot ignore these as well. Okay, change in group structure can also be there, but there is a more chance that you might find a group statement of cash flow. So first, talking about the foreign exchange, what is there in foreign exchange? If this is company A, it is located in UK, right? But the A company is the parent, but the subsidiary is located in, yes, let's say US. So B company, the subsidiary is located in USA. So the functional currency, now IS 21 talks about two currencies, right? One is your functional currency, another is your presentational currency. Functional currency and presentational currency. So the functional currency of company A is totally different from functional currency of company B. So how we have to determine that, and what all things or what all adjustments we have to make in year-end account balances. Year-end account balances. Like you have payable. Let's say that company A had a payable from India. It is located in UK, but the payable is in India. So you have to pay Indian rupees, right? From UK, you have to pay Indian rupees. So this is a foreign exchange balance. So how will you record it in your group statements? That is what is given in this chapter. Again, it is quite interlinked, or you cannot say quite, but a lot more interlinked to IS 21. It is a part of IS 21 together in combination with group accounts, right? So monetary items, non-monetary items, primary factors to determine the functional currency, secondary factors to determine the functional currency. All these things are there within this chapter. And again, this is a very important area of your group accounts. Then the last area of group accounts is your group statement of cash flow. Group statement of cash flow. Okay. So in group statement of cash flow, what we have to prepare the using the IS7, we have to prepare the statement of cash flows for the group, the whole parent and the subsidiary. There might be two subsidiaries, three subsidiaries. So how to make that group statement of cash flow? There are some special adjustments, because see, when you talk about statement of cash flows, you must be having a rough idea that there is one thing known as working capital movement. Working capital movement, change in current assets, change in current liabilities. If current assets increase, you guys say that, okay, this is a purchase of asset, therefore it is a cash outflow. If current liabilities increase, that means you have taken money, so that is cash inflow. So if you consolidate the accounts, your current assets and current liabilities will increase because now you will not just include the parent's current asset, but also include the subsidiary's current assets. So how to deal with that? What is it? Positive cash flow, negative cash flow? That is what is given in this chapter, plus additional adjustments related to dividends and many other things, like if you've paid the cash, if you've paid the cash and acquired the subsidiary, that subsidiary is also bringing its own cash with it. So that cash has to be adjusted again in your statement. So these are some types of adjustments there in group statement of cash flow. So it might seem that, okay, this is a very tough chapter, the statement of cash flow, foreign exchange, and the change in group structure, because, in the text, they feel like lengthy and many technical words being used. But I'm giving you the gist of it so that you know it's not that tough. I'm giving you an introduction that what is given in this chapter. It's if you know the basics of group accounts, if you know what is parent, what is control, what is subsidiary, what is associate, you can easily manage these areas of your syllabus as well. It's just an extension. It's just for referring these chapters. I call them the complex part, but they are not complex. They are just an extension to group accounts, which you never saw in FR, but they are there in SBR. So these areas, all of them, you should be covering. You should be covering all these areas. I'll be writing this on this slide. Group accounts, basic plus complex. If you start from today also, let's just forget about the past, whatever you've done, procrastinated, or you've not managed, whatever you've done. Today you'll start the studies and you will start with group accounts, and it should be done by mid of this week, coming week. So today it's 18th. So I'll be expecting you guys to complete this by at least 22nd of April. Okay, basic and complex, because we have to rush now. You have to give hours of studies now, because the time remaining is not that much that I can take lots of hours, or you can say I can give just 2 hours a day and I can manage to pass. So you have to complete it by 22nd of April. Those of you who have got the lectures, it's easier for you because you have to just listen the lecture and you're done with the concept. Those you are doing the self-study, for them it might be difficult. So you'll have to put an extra effort. So by 22nd of April, you have to complete this area of group accounts, right? Then later on, you will move ahead towards the next important syllabus area. That is the technical area brought forward from FR. What is this technical area brought forward from FR? It is basically your IS 12 deferred taxation, your revenue IFRS 15, then you have your leases IFRS 16, right? Then you have NCA, non-current assets. All these you should be covering by end of this month, that is 30th of April. And of course, financial instruments, IFRS 9, etc. So all these which are brought forward from FR. IFRS 9, IS 12, revenue, leases, the financial instruments, non-current assets. There are n number of standards in non-current assets only. So this is really required, basically the single entity concepts of FR. So these are really important for your SBR as well. So cover them ASAP, as soon as possible, by 30th of April. Then you will move forward towards the technical area of SBR. Now this technical area of SBR is basically your employee benefits, something new which you've never done, employee benefits plus share-based payment. These are the two accounting standards which you've never done before. So it will take you maybe 3 days at most. 3rd of May, you should be done with it, with the concepts and everything, right? So this is like really important. Just a second. Yeah. So technical area of FR and then technical area of SBR, we should be done by 3rd of May. Then the fourth part. Now by 3rd of May, once you are done with group accounts, technical area of FR and the technical area of SBR, now you can pick up the kit as well. You are good enough to start with the practice. So from 3rd of May, you will start with your practice from your Kaplan kit. Those who are enrolled, you guys have question debrief section in your portal. So you'll be following that and you'll be doing the practice as well, right, from 3rd of May onwards. So now the Kaplan kit will include lots of questions on group accounts. You will find these concepts being tested. So you can start with the practice. You will divide your day into 2 equal halves. So maybe in the morning time, you will do the concepts which are remaining, like the small accounting standards, IS 24 related party transactions, small accounting standards like, the new, when you first time adopt to the IFRS, what to do then? IS 1 is there, then IFRS 1 is there, then you have the standard like operating segments, IFRS 8. So these basic concepts will take a day or two, small accounting standards that you have to manage from 3rd till, I guess you can complete it till 5th only, right? So you'll complete them in the morning time, and in the evening time, you're going to start with your practice. So this is how we can smartly manage the time. I cannot linger on the kit practice. I cannot say that first I'll complete the syllabus now and then go for the practice, because it's already very late and we have to, uh, as soon as possible, we have to start with the practice. So now in the evening time, you will pick up at least 3 questions every day for SBR. If you pick 3 questions every day and 1 question you do in written way, that means you type it down on the Word file. That is more than enough until 5th of May. Because after 5th of May, you'll be totally done with the syllabus and then you can start with more of the practice. So from 5th of May, you guys are going to attend the session. Those who are enrolled, you're going to attend the session of APMs, that is the additional performance measurements, and the interpretation part, where we have sustainability reporting, we have the current issues being discussed, we have the the EPS, earnings per share, being discussed. So you will attend to those areas from 5th till 8th, and then you will again move forward towards, from 8th onwards, you will do the practice till 25th May. You have to complete the full kit. If you guys do go for past exams, that's also fine. Complete the past exams. If you go for kit, go for the kit. Don't just create a mess around the sources that I'll also do the kit, I'll also do the past exams. That will confuse you. Whenever I give an assignment to the students, I include the important questions from the past exams and important questions from the BPP kit as well. So from 8th May till 25th May, choose one learning provider, choose one source, either to go for the Kaplan kit, BPP kit, or the past exams. That is totally up to you. But you have to choose one and stick to it. And you will write at least one question every day and practice around 5 to 6 questions each day. Writing one and at least brainstorming for 5 to 6 questions every day, right? So that is your plan of action for the coming days. So let us just debrief you again. You can write it somewhere, the timetable of yours. Group accounts, basic plus complex, to be completed. Just a second. Group accounts, basic plus complex, to be completed by the 22nd of April. Technical areas of FR to be completed by 30th of April, where IFRS 9 is really very important, okay, and revenue is very important. Then technical areas of SBR to be completed by 3rd of May. 4th is your from 3rd of May till the 5th of May. Small accounting standards, which are left. Then from 5th till 8th, you need to complete the interpretation part. So this will require you around 4 to 5 hours of studies each day, because time remaining is less, so I need to put lots and lots of effort from now onwards. Just few days to go, around 45 days to go, and you have to put extra effort now. And if you are able to manage these 45 days, then you can be very assured, you'll be confident in your exam. There will be no contingency, either I'll pass or fail. There will be just an assurance that yes, I will pass because I did the preparation well. So just you have to manage these 45 days, forget about whatever you've done before this, and manage this time, and I'm sure you'll get a good pass mark and you'll be happy about your success. So it's better we, get the balance right now only. So before I move ahead towards the concepts to be covered today, acquisition accounting and impairment of goodwill, if any one of you have any doubts regarding the plan which I've given to you or anything you want to share, you can just type it down on the chat box. I'll be more than happy to take your doubt. For technical areas, point 2, what topics are these? Okay. The technical areas from FR, basically, these are revenue, leases, deferred taxation, your financial instruments, your IS 37, 10. These are the areas which I'm talking about, and NCA as well. Are we supposed to cover 100% syllabus? Yes, of course, Munsif. In SBR, guys, it is a good question. You cannot do selective studies. The reason is very simple. For example, I went for IFRS 9, financial instruments. I don't know what will be tested out of IFRS 9. But even if I know, the gist of it, I can manage the questions. So if I don't know the gist, the brief of it, I don't know what to write at all. SBR is such a subject, if the case study is, let's say, very tough, I'm not able to understand what to do here, what is the accounting treatment here, it is really, really tough, and I am totally blank. But at least I know this question relates to IFRS 9. I can write something general about IFRS 9, which will fetch me, you can say, at least 2 to 3 marks. But if you don't know anything about IFRS 9, since you didn't cover 100% syllabus, then you will lose the general, you can say, 2 3 marks, which you could have got, which could have helped you pass the exam. People fail at 49, 48. So these 2 3 marks are very important. So for the contingency, where you can be, blank, totally blank, and still if you have managed to do the 100% syllabus, you'll be able to write something. So my advice to the students is always that if you have two options, one option is to leave some accounting standard. Second option is to leave a part of accounting standard. Not the whole accounting standard, but to just read a part and not understand it completely. Then you should go with the second option. You can leave a part of an accounting standard. For example, IFRS 9 hedging. I won't say that leave that part, but just understand it or just read it once. Don't do a lot of practice of it, because it's less probable hedging, because hedging is a very complex area that it might come up in the exam. It's quite, you can say, less likely. Most likely area is the, areas like the IFRS 15 revenue. Question number 3, usually they put up revenue question. Okay, then in question number 1, of course, group accounts would be there for sure, and this group accounts can be group statement of cash flow, can be foreign exchange, can be basic accounting, can be the you can say the change in group structure. I don't know what will be tested, so I should have understanding of all the things, but this time I think it will be cash flow. Okay, cash flow or the foreign exchange. Rest, when you will attend my practice sessions by end of this month of May, where I'll conduct the revision workshops free of cost. Then I would be giving you a more affirmative idea about what I think would be tested in question number 1, right? So that is important area. Then IS 36 is tested most of the times in your paper. Then most of the times these days, the examiner is shifting from current issues to just integrated reporting due to the rising, trend of you can say the climate and stuff, the global warming and things. So the examiner is more keen to ask you question on integrated reporting. So even that is becoming a scoring area. Directly for 6 marks, 7 marks, they will ask you advantages of integrated reporting. So very important area again from interpretation and APMs, right? So these are the areas from where you can get the major marks. Okay.